Want to speak real German from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at GermanPod101.com.
Bitte, please. Bitte, please. Kannst du mir bitte das holen? Can you please bring that to me? My mom tells me a lot, please, Lisa, today do the laundry. Blume, flower. Blume, flower. That's one of my favorite words too. Meine Lieblingsblume sind Orchideen. My favorite flowers are orchids. Danke, thank you. Danke, dass du heute das für mich gemacht hast. Thank you for doing that today. Du, you. Kannst du heute mit mir einkaufen gehen? Can you go shopping with me today? Freund, friend. Ein guter Freund ist wie Familie. A good friend is like family. Geld, money. Geld macht nicht unbedingt glücklich. Money doesn't necessarily make you happy. Glücklich. Happy. Ich versuche immer glücklich zu sein. I always try to be happy. Mich machen die kleinen Dinge glücklich. The little things in life make me happy. Liebe, love. Liebe, love. Ich finde, Liebe ist das Wichtigste zum Leben. I think love is the most important thing in life. Oh, peinlich, embarrassing. Peinlich, embarrassing. Ich glaube, ich bin oft peinlich, aber es ist mir egal. I think a lot of times I'm embarrassing, but I actually don't care. Platz, place. Mein Lieblingsplatz ist in der Natur und draußen. My favorite place is in nature and being outside. Schadenfreude, malicious joy. Ich finde, ich habe viel Schadenfreude, was sehr gesund ist, finde ich. I think I have a lot of malicious joy, which I think is actually healthy. If you can just laugh at things or at everything and even yourself, that's one of the most important characteristics. Schlafen, sleep. Ich liebe schlafen. I love to sleep. Ich schlafe oft vor dem Fernseher ein. I fall asleep often while watching TV. Schön, beautiful. Ich liebe, wenn das Wetter schön ist und die Sonne scheint. I love it when the weather is beautiful and the sun is shining. Süßigkeiten, Candy. Einer meiner Lieblingssüßigkeiten sind Haribo Gummibärchen. One of my favorite candy is Haribo gummy bears. Haribo is actually from Bonn, where I'm born, and it means, well, the founder is called Hans Riegel, and it's Bonn. So it's Ha from Hans, Riegel, Ribo, Bonn. So Haribo. I think everybody who goes to Bonn or should visit the factory of Haribo, because that's where it's from. Natur, nature. Die Natur hat eine heilende Wirkung. Nature has a healing effect. Das Budget ist unbegrenzt. The budget is unlimited. This is like a dream for every woman, I think. Das Budget ist unbegrenzt. The budget is unlimited. Who doesn't want to hear that all the time? I would love to hear that because I love shopping. Du bist ein ausgezeichneter Koch. You are an excellent cook. Du bist ein ausgezeichneter Koch. You are an excellent cook. Or if it's a girl, you would say, du bist eine ausgezeichnete Köchin. We want to be equal, you know? I'm actually not a good cook, by the way. I try. Du siehst toll aus heute. You look great today. Du siehst toll aus heute. Dankeschön. You look great today. Thank you. Who doesn't love to hear that, especially on a Monday morning? Es wird einen Bonus am Ende des Monats geben. There'll be a bonus at the end of the month. Es wird einen Bonus am Ende des Monats geben. There'll be a bonus at the end of the month. What would you do if you've got a bonus at the end of this month? I actually wouldn't know. Maybe I'll go shopping, but then maybe I'll go on a vacation or something. That would be nice, vacation. I would go to like Fiji, to the Fiji Islands, and just be at the beach and in nature. I think that's what I would love to do. Gute Arbeit, you did a great job. Gute Arbeit, you did a great job. I'm sure you've been all doing a great job in learning German with me. And I hope you still keep learning with us. So if, gute Arbeit, danke schön, you did a great job, thank you. Ich habe dir etwas Besonderes mitgebracht. I brought you something special today. Ich habe dir etwas Besonderes mitgebracht. I brought you something special. Now that's a nice one as well. Who doesn't like presents? I think what is special to me is more of something that's thoughtful, or a memory, or it's not about how big something is or how expensive. I think it's something that, if people bring you something special, it's usually something that they thought of, or maybe they made themselves. I love those kind of things. What is something special you've got as a present? Leave me in the comments and tell me. Ich vermisse dich. I miss you. Ich vermisse dich. I miss you. Who is somebody you miss, or what? Maybe a dog too. To all the dog lovers out there, leave in the comments. What kind of dog do you have? Mach eine Pause. Ich werde heute putzen. Take a break. I'll do the cleaning today. Mach eine Pause. Ich werde heute putzen. Take a break. I'll do the cleaning today. Oh, that is a really good one. That's actually a very special present. I think that's something you should do for the whole day. Just, be there and just clean the house for once. Sie hatten recht. You were right. Sie hatten recht. You were right. Yes, I love to hear that too. I actually think I'm always right, so, oh my God. Und sie gewinnen. And you win. Und sie gewinnen, and you win. Have you won something? Maybe you play a sport or you're in a team, and I would be really interested to know what you do, or if you've even won something in a lottery or whatever, or you did some competition, anything, leave in the comments.
Want to speak real German from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at GermanPod101.com.
Du bist gut aussehend. You look handsome. Instead of du bist gut aussehend, you could also say du siehst gut aus, or just easy du bist hübsch. Like you're pretty. Just say it when you really mean it, okay? I don't know. You know when to use this compliment. I don't have to explain to you, I think. So, yeah, second in line, second word for today is, or second sentence for today is, du bist schlau. You're smart. Also alternatives to this, you could say du bist clever. I think that's a very cool compliment. Who wouldn't like to be called or seen as smart? Number 3, and that's the one which should come from your heart, really. It's du bist ein toller Freund. You're an awesome friend. It's the compliment you would go with for your good ones, for your buddies. Okay, I come up with another little bit cheesy one. Deine inneren Werte sind noch schöner als dein Äußeres. Your inside is even more beautiful than your outside. As I said, a bit cheesy, but I mean, okay, if you really like someone and he is really pretty, but you want to point out that he's not only pretty from the outside, which could be very superficial, but also has a very beautiful soul, or you just feel connecting very well with that person, you could go for this compliment. Ihr Lebenslauf ist beeindruckend. Your resume is impressive. Yeah, if you show somebody your CV, what you've done in life, oh, I went to high school, I went to university in 3 different countries, and I worked in 4 different continents, and I probably visited 5 planets. Then that's a very impressive resume. So resume in German is Lebenslauf, and if you show it to somebody and he says, wow, dein Lebenslauf ist echt beeindruckend, that's a good compliment. That means you should probably apply for the best company ever. Großartige Arbeit. Great job. That's a cool one. I use it very often. It's like really just go for it, and everybody likes to receive a little bit of a good feedback for the work he has done, or if it's just like a little kid painting a picture. Gute Arbeit. Großartige Arbeit, even more. Great job. That's a compliment. You could always go with du hast einen guten Geschmack. You have a good taste. You could say this for the clothes, like, wow, die Jacke steht dir. Du hast einen guten Geschmack, so you can combine those. That jacket looks good on you. You have a good taste. But of course this also works for music and movies, kind of for everything which you can have a good or bad taste of. So I kind of really like this compliment, as you can connect with people by it. Dein Lächeln ist wunderschön. Your smile is beautiful. To me that's a very nice compliment, because I just really like smiley people. I like when I talk to a person who's just happy, who's just smiling, and it's just a lot more fun and enjoyable, entertaining to talk with a person who's smiling. It's just nice, right? Du siehst wunderschön aus. You look gorgeous. This one really reminds me of my time abroad in the US, because back in time I didn't know how to pronounce gorgeous, so I used to say Georges. And there was this girl, and I used this word, and I said, oh, you look gorgeous. And she really laughed, so I kind of figured after time she liked it, so I don't know if she thought it was cute or whatever. So I just kept saying Georges, cause it worked. Du hast einen tollen Sinn für Humor. You have a great sense of humor. This is a very important one to me, because if you want to spend a lot of time with someone, let's say girlfriend, boyfriend, later wife, or even your best friend, I believe you kind of need to share same kind of humor, or same sense of humor. If you have a person and you spend time with and you have lots of good laughs together, then just tell them, wow, you have a great sense of humor. They probably will feel encouraged to keep being their way.
Wie geht es dir? How are you? Yeah, that's the question whenever you meet somebody new, somebody you have met before, or just come into a room and see the people, you ask, wie geht es dir? How are you? This is one of the few phrases you definitely should learn and should remember. Number 2. Und dir? And you? That's how you would respond. If somebody comes to you, approaches you, asks, how are you? And you say, oh, well, good maybe. And do people like you would respond in und dir? And you? Just to show also the interest that you want to know, hey, are you fine? And that you care how the other person is feeling. Number 3. Wie ging es dir in letzter Zeit? How have you been recently? This is, you probably ask this when you have like a friend or family member or just somebody you know better than just anybody, but you haven't seen this person in a while. So you want to know, like, oh, in this period where I haven't seen you, like, have you been doing good? Was there anything you want to talk about or any bigger news? So you just say, hey, wie ging es dir in letzter Zeit? How have you been recently? It's really just like shows that, oh, I realized I haven't seen you in a while, but I want to know, have you been doing fine? Number 4, Vielen Dank für die Nachfrage. Thank you for asking. If you appreciate that the person asks about how are you, maybe because the person knows that you've been sick recently or that there's been problems, and you want to show, hey, it's cool, I appreciate you caring for me, you care, or like, how am I doing? Then you can say, oh, vielen Dank für die Nachfrage, thank you for asking. It's just like a nice way to make the other person also know, hey, you realize that the person cares for how you're doing. Also, when you've not been through a rough phase, you can say, oh, vielen Dank für die Nachfrage, or thanks for asking if somebody asks how you are, just to show, like, hey, I appreciate you asking me, like, you care, how am I doing? So, just a polite way to respond also. Number 5, mir geht es nicht schlecht. I'm not bad. Yeah, this is a little bit of a weaker version, not too optimistic, like, oh, it's not, okay, I'm doing fine. Yeah, maybe not everything is totally cool, there's some stuff in your mind that you worry about, but it's also not too big. You don't want anybody, like, to worry about the stuff, and it's not really important right now in the moment. So you just say, okay, mir geht's nicht schlecht. I'm not bad. It's also not like too crazily negative that you would be like, oh, shh, what's up with this person? He's not bad. Number 6, mir geht's auch gut. I'm fine too. Yeah, that's also like the response in this typical conversation. Hey, how are you? I'm fine. And you? Oh, I'm fine too. Mir geht es auch gut. I'm fine too. Number 7, ich bin müde. I'm sleepy. That's also legitimate to say, like, if you really had a rough day or haven't had enough sleep last night and you feel so tired or sleepy and you're like, ich bin müde. You can say you're tired. It's not impolite, or it's not like the other person would be worrying about you if you say, oh, I'm sleepy. But it also makes clear that, hey, you're not in the best mood right now. Probably you're not going to start crazy stuff, something. You're just a little bit sleepy. Ich bin müde. Ich bin ein bisschen müde. Recently, I've been quite sleepy from time to time because I started a new job and I have to wake up very early every day, so I come home sleepy. But, yeah, that's the way it is. But that's no problem. At home, I like calm down a little bit, have lunch, have a coffee, and then everything is cool. Then I'm fine. Mir geht's gut. Number 8. Ich fühle mich schlecht. I'm feeling bad. Yeah, apparently if you're not really feeling good and the person who asks you how are you is probably like a friend of you or a family member that you want him or her to know how you feel, then you could say, hey, if you're really not feeling good, you can say, hey, I'm feeling bad. Mir geht es nicht gut oder mir geht es schlecht. I'm feeling bad. Maybe because you've done something wrong, or I don't know, also maybe because you ate something wrong. It's like physically you're feeling bad. But in general, yeah, if for example, if you've done something wrong and you know it and it's still in your head, it occupies your head, and you want to like talk with somebody about it, and then somebody you trust comes to you and asks you, hey, how are you doing? And then that's your opportunity to say, hey, ich fühle mich schlecht, I'm feeling bad. And then he would probably ask, oh, what's up? And then you can come out with what happened or with your problem. Yeah, usually it implies if you say you're feeling bad that the other person politely would ask, what's the matter? Number 9, ich bin okay, I'm okay. That's also just like, hey, yeah, I'm fine, nothing really to talk about. Also implies that you're not doing really great, but really you don't want to talk about anything. Maybe you actually feel bad, like in the previous example, you're feeling bad, but you really don't want to talk about it with a person. Then you would just say, ich bin okay, I'm okay. Sometimes also the other person maybe would ask, what's up? Like, why are you not doing fine? Like, never mind, it's alright. Then the person knows, okay, yeah, probably not too big of a deal, but he doesn't want to talk about it. So if you're not doing really great, but you also just want to keep it for yourself, well, it's not a big deal, you can say, ich bin okay. Number 10, and that's my favorite, mir geht es großartig, I'm great. I actually say this quite often, like when other people maybe just would say I'm fine, I don't know, like if somebody asks me how am I, and I'm having no problem, I'm doing good, why not just saying, mir geht es großartig, hey, I'm doing great. I like the positivity about it, and mostly it's kind of a little bit contagious. That person, oh cool, like he's doing great. It's like he's a smile on his face. It's already positive atmosphere in the room. So yeah, I really, if I'm doing good, I like to say, hey, I'm great. Like there's nothing to complain about.
Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.